into our more salacious portion of the oracles. We got the what's the tea and the broken mirrors here. So I want to place this together because we got somebody in our environment, some people, some person, some entity that is hooked. Now, if you notice, this also mentions about the ex, unfaithful, love triangle, ex in question. You know, I am by no means limiting this aura, these poolings, or these readings, these pools, to romantic relationships. Like even with the Three of Swords, like you're gonna experience heartbreak without even ever being in love with whomever is causing that, right? This could be friendships, this could be business relationships, this could be, you know, something that is just close to what our passions and our determinations are, right? There's an unhealthy element that needs to be removed. Now, whether that's within you or within the entity, the persons, people that you're dealing with, it's important to name it for what it is and to treat it like how it needs to be. In order to address the situation with radical acceptance, but to overcome it with outstanding colors, you know, name it for what it is and put it in its place without forcing fate. This all starts with yourself, knowing what you're willing to and not willing to accept, you know. That May West, like, once again, you're not taking no shit. Each of us deserves the best, right? We have to treat ourselves better, and we have to let people know if they're not treating us right, or if they're engaging in unhealthy obsessions, or, you know, that's that Venus sesquiquadrate Pluto again. That's that jealousy, that's that possessiveness that we're dealing with, you know, particularly today, but also with the transits this week. You know, on the 22nd, we have Sun and Leo coming up. So that's dealing with the ego. With the Sun, that's like, Leo is ruled by the Sun. And then Mercury's still, right, Mercury retrograde in Leo. On top of that, we have the new moon in Leo on the 24th. So with all of that, like, that's a lot of fire energy. That's a lot of, like, ego-centric things. And that's often why people get hooked, because they have an unhealthy sense of ego. They're not seeing themselves clearly. So, look, watch out. Yes, watch out, but don't be so afraid that you're not doing what you need to do to advocate for yourself, to not abandon yourself. All of that's just really important, y'all. So make sure you do what is needed to break that unhealthy connection.